tell ourselves the truth. What is going on in the Northwest is the Hausa Fulani fight. You know, we don't mention it. That is the bottom line. The Fulani man feels anytime he comes to town, he's video.
Just like the way they conquered the house. What's your take as regards?
Thank you so much. The collapse of Northern Caliphate, whose headquarters is in Sokoto, is here. It has occurred because the Hausa militias, you know, and the Fulani militants over the years have been slugging it out in the Zamfara forest, Katsina forest, Zambiza forest, Bauchi forest, and that has actually brought an international demarcation between the Fulani and the Hausa locals. But the synergy, I mean synergizing together, that's strategizing of Biafra military forces, Niger Delta military forces, and the Hausas, are you listening to me? Together with the Middle Belt Forum has actually collapsed Sokoto Caliphate. Because we find out that the Northern Caliphate, the headquarters is in Sokoto, which is Sokoto. Sokoto capital is Sokoto, and they are the head of the Caliphates in the north. So, where Ottoman Danfodio first set its foot was in Sokoto. That's why Sokoto is the headquarters of Fulani Janjaweeds. Any evil they want to perpetrate in Nigeria, the meeting, the consensus, the convention should be held or hosted in Sokoto.
Is that where the sort of Sokoto is?
Sultan of Sokoto, yes. Sultan of Sokoto has his palace in Sokoto, and the headquarters of the Caliphate is in Sokoto, and the head of the Caliphate is Sadano of Sokoto. So they keep on, you know, they kept on maneuvering, manipulating the north since 18th century. And wherever they conquer, they set their flag of what? Emiracy in that community, in that province, in that region, since 200 and something years ago. So now the collapse of Sokoto Caliphate is here. And I am very happy because it has never happened without the, you know, cooperation, you know, of the indigenous people of Northern region. Who are the indigenous people of Northern region? They are the Hausas, the Nupes, the Gbaris, the Chibok, and the rest of them. From Middle Belt, which is Kaduna, Niger, Taraba, Plateau State, Nasarawa, to Katsina, where Nigeria is sharing border with Niger. It's all Hausa. Hausa is made up of many tribes among themselves. You have the Nupe, you have the Chibok, you have the Kaje tribe. All of them are within that enclavement of Hausa tribe. And now they have actually amalgamated, you know, merged together to make sure that they oust out the Fulani Janjaweeds. So, provided the Caliphate has collapsed, it is finished. The Caliphate has collapsed, it is finished. Leave this man. Let's know what this man is doing. The Caliphate has collapsed. That is final. I don't know what to understand. I say leave him, let us know what he's up to. So, the Caliphate, the headquarters is in Sokoto. If anything happens to the headquarters of Islam in Nigeria today, it should be Sokoto. Yes, the Sadano of Sokoto is claiming to be #1 monarch in this country. They are the one hosting the headquarters of Islam in Nigeria. So that's why I actually want to let our brethren know that the synergy, the amalgamation of, you know, Biafra, Niger Delta forces and Middle Belt is trying to give us the kind of, you know, dividend needed by Niger Deltans, by Mid-Belt Forum, Biafran people, and the Hausa militia to edge out the, let me say, cholera that has, infected Nigeria over the years. The cholera I mean is the Fulani Janjaweeds. They are diseased. They are too paranoid. They are too incurable. Anywhere they see themselves, they control, they dominate the communities, they take over the regions, and what? Force emirates on such region. Islamization process and evangelism as we have been happening on it over many months now. Islamization, the Hausas have actually succumbed. But look at the Middle Belt. The Middle Belt actually succumbed. If not that, Atta of Igala fought hard to resist Ottoman Danfodio in 18th century, I think Islamization, evangelism in Nigeria would have caught up with the Igbo region. But you see, like I always say, the Igbo warriors could not have allowed that. Though Atta of Igala, in collaboration with Eze Idigo Afaguled, I know they have given the Igbo race the upper hand, for turning their backs on Islam. I am an Igbo man. If you ask me, I will tell you that Islam is an abomination in Igbo land. It is far away from our culture and tradition. I'm an Igbo man. Our tradition, religion, has to do with Judaism. We know Abraham before the introduction of the Bible, of Christianity by Church of England, King Henry VIII of England. So it is part of my tradition, Judaism. We know God. We are not idol worshippers. Idol worship is a new thing. It's a strange practice in Igbo land. We know among all the tribes of Nigeria who are idolatrous and who are not. The Igbo man is not. So, which is why it is too hard for the Sokoto Caliphate to manipulate southeastern Nigeria and the Mount Emirates on that region. It is impossible and it can never be. Are you listening to me? I always tell people that if you see an Igbo man that is a Muslim today, he's being a Muslim because he wants to do business. He has some selfish interests that actually propels him to assume strange names, Islamic, let me say Muslim names, Arabic names. We don't bear such names. We are all Igbos. Our naming system is all sourced out from the Jews. If you look at the Igbo names, Chukwuma, Ifeanyi, Onyedika, I can still interpret it. Onyedika, which is Michael. Yes. Chukwuma, which is God knows. Chinazo, which is Raphael. You see it? We have culture that is strictly based on how the Jews, the Israeli, cultivated their tradition and culture in the past. And we have very strong, solid links with the white Jews today. And of course, recently we know a great revelation from Vladimir Putin that the European nations hid from Africa for a very long time the identity of our Lord Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ isn't a white skin. Jesus Christ is a black skin. Have you not heard it? Yes, that's a revelation from Vladimir Putin, because the whole European Union teamed up with Ukraine to destroy Russia. Then Vladimir Putin was annoyed. He came out to make this revelation and he showed picture. Jesus Christ actually was a Nazarene. A good Nazarene doesn't barb his or her hair. Jesus Christ's hair is coiled, very negroid, and his color is brownish black. That is a very, very tremendous revelation of 21st century. Go and do a research on social media, on Google. You Google it, the color of Jesus. the current revelation, I saw these brothers who were campaigning and complaining, preaching to people that Jesus Christ was a black man. I could not listen to them until I saw by myself. What I finally finalized was that come shine, come rain. If his color is white, brown, or black, Jesus Christ is my Lord. It doesn't matter where he comes from. So that is actually example of what I'm trying to explain in regard of how Sokoto Caliphate has been fighting over a century to 2 centuries to Islamize Igbo land, but they have failed. I have this little fish to give to my viewers to eat. Look, during the era of exploration and colonization, the British fought hard to suppress, bring down, control the Igbo man. It took Britain many years. They fought the Igbos fought back. They defeated the Igbos they retreated, they still came back again. The Igbos defeated the Britain from the axis of Aro, Nizog War. Aro War was in 18th century. They fought the Oibos and defeated the Oibos. The Oibos retreated and come back again. And fought Igbo. The war continued until 60 good years. How did the British bring the Igbo man down, the Igbo warriors? It was by the usage, introduction of Bible. Because actually they find out that these people, they are highly spiritually inclined. We are not bogo people. We are not idolatrous people. We call someone we believe is the creator of heaven and earth. And his name is Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Who is Abiyama? Abraham. Who is Chukwu Okike? God of Abiyama, God of Abraham. So when they found out all this from their glory axis and Arochukus, they actually found out that truly we migrated from Middle East Europe. We are from Gad, the 5th son of Jacob. If you do your feasibility studies, you will actually find out that Eri, the father of all Igbos, was a great king. Are you listening to me? So, Sokoto Caliphate, they are nothing but my. You can't force a man to believe on what you believe. You can only allow a man to believe on his God by himself. You don't introduce your religion or religious practices to a community, that are very, very estranged about so-called religion or culture. You allow a man to discover his God. We actually discovered our God and we worship God of Abraham. So what I'm trying to say is that the collaboration of Niger Delta militants, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Middle Belt Forum, the Hausa militia, to do what? To actually overpower the Fulani oligarchy is a welcome, politically, traditional, or even religious forces to actually edge out the Fulani Janjaweeds. They have done much havoc to the people of this country. And it is the right time that the Northern Caliphate should be collapsed. And actually, it is collapsed. The Hausas have actually gotten the knowledge needed of them.
But they are crying out. Just even Acept we saw recently come out and said that the Nigeria government, the Fulanis, and the Tinubus, they've neglected the region but the oil that's being used to power this country is being gotten from the Biafra land and from the Niger Delta.
Yes, that's why I see Acept as a bloated bread that falls inside water. At a time, it starts floating. If you want to take it, it will just what? Melt. Acept is a bloated bread inside water. It doesn't have faith of his own. It doesn't have trust on his own. Meaning, he doesn't trust himself. He doesn't trust the people of his community. He doesn't trust Igbo man. Acept is just a fulani, Iberibe. His problem is Iberiberism. So whatever he's doing or saying about Biafra nation or Biafra land, in that regard, we don't care. All we know is that the people in the Niger Delta region are just waking up from their slumber. They have slept for a very long time, and this time they have gotten the historical knowledge needed by them to excel in life. The whole Niger Delta region, the whole oil region of Niger Delta belong to Biafra land. We are not missing our word about it. We actually understand that Biafra is owner from right from the Bight of Guinea, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and this to Bight of Benin here. That is where we have border. The whole Calabar coastal line from Lagos State to Calabar belongs to Biafra. We actually know it, and when Biafra emerges, the truth will spring up. There's no doubt about it.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed, in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria. And that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? Who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi nnamdikanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are waiting to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody. Because the French government have done their own findings too. And they've seen that something is pushing under the ground. That this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. no matter how they tend to die the whole matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it. That CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi nnamdikanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria comes to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samonepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of nnamdikanu, that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere, and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people, ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how CDS Musa would escape it. Let's see how CDS Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Samonepa, but today the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria, and it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather than supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS was a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country? And tomorrow you say that Biafra will not exist. Biafra will exist. No matter how you tend to hold it, Biafra would exit the country. No matter how you tend to keep it, Biafra would exit this country. And I am sure that nnamdikanu and Samonepa will come out strong, no matter how they tend to do all this rubbish. They will come out strong. If today is the first time of coming across this channel, please can you like this video, share it, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.